All right, well, hey, welcome to another edition of Racers and Builders with MiniBikeDrag.com. Today we have Durand Bagwell, Bagwell Power. Durand, thank you for being here, number one. And why are you so fast?
Spend time at the track.
You don't just race mini bikes, do you?
Now, a little bit of everything, cars, boats, dirt bikes, it don't matter.
What was the first thing you raced?
First thing was cars, more than anything.
What was your first car you raced?
First car was a 68 Chevelle Super Sport, big block car, 396.
And you live close to Shady Side, don't you?
Yes, sir, my whole life, then 20, 30 minutes at the most.
That what you call your home track?
Yes, sir.
I love Shady Side. I do. It's when you're making the descent down into that track and all the wonderful places to camp and have cookouts and fellowship with people out there. It's a wonderful track. Always been a good racing surface.
Great outlaw track.
It really is. And again, I appreciate the fact that they do support the mini bikes.
Yes, sir.
What originally got you into mini bike racing?
My sons, more than anything, I bought them for Christmas, let them start messing around a little bit. Took to the track the first time, and they want to go faster every week, so that's pretty much what we done with the building mini bikes. Started with 18-second bike and just keep whittling time off.
I hear you. I have seen, of course, please check out Bagwell Power on YouTube. That is the name of your channel, is Bagwell Power, right?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, see, I just got it saved. But there are some incredible mini bike runs on there, and it really does a good job to showcase and highlight what you're capable of.
Thanks, sir.
They sound good, and they are fast. I understand that you are going to start participating in the Carolina's Full Throttle Mini Bike Drag Racing Series.
Yes, sir. We plan on bringing some bikes to Farmington in November.
Well, again, we certainly welcome you, and we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
How about next year?
We plan on running the whole series next year.
Outstanding. So that kind of
at least one or two classes, you know.
Yeah. And hey, we'll take what we can get from you, but we'd love to have you run all three classes next year. We've got some really good competitors in there, and you're going to do nothing but add to it and help raise that bar and get mini bike racing some of the recognition that it deserves, and it's been a long time coming.
Yes, sir.
Motorcycle racing. I know you like racing motorcycles. What are you racing now?
I got it's a KTM Duke 890. It's pretty mild, pretty stock right now, but it's something to take down the track.
Doing ET bracket or
I plan on doing ET bracket, the metric ET at Farmington with it.
Okay. That'll be again, those are very consistent bikes. There's a couple guys that have brought them out, and they've been very impressive. I hadn't thrown a leg over one, but I've got to witness them and run them, and they are boy, they run nice.
For what they are, they're pretty good.
Yeah, no
for
doubt.
A little twin.
Yeah, and they do real well in the flat track arena as well.
Yes, sir. Won Daytona this year. Bike week.
So on your mini bike builds and engines, you do most of your assembly and building in house.
Yes, all the engine building. Like I said, I pour some heads. A lot of machine work I get outsourced, but I do all assembly in house at least.
Yeah. Well, again, ain't a lot of us have the ability to sleeve a cylinder.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money to get started. Like I said, it's a lot cheaper to outsource it with at a good machine shop.
Absolutely. And have you got any tips for any builder tips for guys getting started? You ain't got to give all your secrets away, but just a little something for the guys that are getting involved or thinking about getting involved. Something that they can do to come to the track more correct with a stronger game.
Pick a class you can afford to race and actually be competitive in. Don't go to Pro Extreme if you can't afford to run Pro Extreme. Pick a super stock and go to testing more than anything. If you think it may work, try it. If it don't, then you know not to do it. Testing tunes, it's a big deal. Like I said, your gearing, like I said, carb, jetting. I mean, it plays a big role in your ET.
Most of the guys that I've ever run across that are really competent and good racers will tell you that seat time and test and tune is the only way to get faster.
Yes, sir. In anything.
Again, if you bring something that's a total dog to the track, don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as this is building block. Longest journey starts with a single step.
That's right.
And
that's how you learn.
But yeah, that's again, that is real solid advice. Get the time in the seat. And how about mechanically? Is there something you can share with folks that'll save them some money, keep them from breaking or wasting money or breaking parts?
Try to learn how to do it the right way yourself.
Right.
More than anything, like I said, if you can do it and you feel comfortable doing it, do it yourself. Try to save money, but buy good parts. Like I said, you're better off buying billet rod and billet flywheel than breaking something at the track. Like I said, whatever you can afford to put into it that's going to have longevity, try to do it. Like I said, don't go out there with a stock rod expecting to go run every week, because the long run it's going to cost you more money when you window a block. Like it's a whole lot cheaper to go ahead and spend $65, $70 on a billet rod and run a couple of years on it.
Absolutely, and again, keep in mind that for the new guys, that those ARC rods have replaceable bearings, and they're very easily to service.
Yes, sir.
Flywheels are another thing. Make sure that you have at least a good cast flywheel. PVL is not a bad choice for some of the classes like super stock and even in the small block mod.
Yep.
They test those things up to about 85. They actually certify them to 8,500 now.
Yep.
But again, you can save a few dollars there, but yet still be safe and have something that's going to run. And what have you got going on in the immediate future between Farmington and now?
With the mini bikes or
with any of it? What you want to talk about? Talk about what you want to talk about.
I got a few cars I got to get ready, but I also have a few bikes I got to get ready between now and then. At least 2 or 3 super stock bikes, and probably one small block modified between now and then. And 2 of them be pretty much from scratch builds, but I got to get done between now and then.
Well, that's awesome. Are your kids old enough to race now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, but if I can get them to come. Like I said, one of them works a pretty good bit, but hopefully at least one of them will come and ride something.
Well, yeah, again, that's the other aspect of this thing that I absolutely love is the father-son family connections.
That's what got me started in the mini bikes. Like I said, with my boys, and they want to keep going faster. Like I said, there's something to do together, and relatively cheap compared to other racing.
It really is. The cost of entry is there's nothing else that you can get into racing. I did see some guys racing some belt sanders online the other night, and maybe that might be a little cheaper, but sure.
Probably not the fun factor.
Yeah, but it probably has got the fun factor. And let's keep my eye on all this stuff. Let's see, anything you want to hit?
I can't think of it.
All right. So be sure to check out Bagwell Power on YouTube. They got some great videos, and if you like Shady Side, there is a bunch of Shady Side videos up there. And be looking for the Bagwell bunch coming to. I'm gonna start that there. I'm sorry. So be sure to check out Bagwell Power on YouTube. They have great videos, lots of shots and video from Shadyside. And be looking at them in the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine Mini Bike Drag Racing Series for Farmington. I wish we could have got them on board a little sooner this year, but really look forward to having them for the season next year as well. Again, they're I'm gonna just tell you, one of the nicest guys I've ever met, man. I really like the guy.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, you know, again, and I mean that too, man. Seriously, Durand, you're as decent a guy as I've met in a long time, man. And it's very refreshing. I've met the best people I've ever met in my life at drag strips or around the drag racing game. And man, you continue that trend, man. I thank you for sitting down.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
And I look forward to seeing you in November if I don't see you before.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
All right, well, minibikedrag.com. That's your introduction, Mr. Durand Bagwell, if you didn't already know him. And like I said, please come out to Farmington and meet them in person and see what they bring. We should have a great event. We've gotten lots of interest in it lately. And if you're not already a member, please join the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine Mini Bike Drag Racing Series group on Facebook. And check out the AMBDRA, the American Mini Bike Drag Racing Association. That is where we're going to have our unified rules package posted and presented for the new year. And we're hoping to be able to add a couple of classes. And what we ultimately want is when you show up to the track, you have a competitive class that you can run in where the rules don't change and it stays consistent. So when you get there, you already know that you're competitive and ready to run, and that there's not going to be any surprises. And we're going to do our best to get some more sponsorship in here and get some of these payouts up, even though we're paying nice now. But you know, the more exposure we can get for this sport, the bigger it's going to grow, and more parts are going to be available to us, more services are going to be available to us, and we're going nowhere but forward and up with this thing, and especially with folks like Mr. Durand Bagwell involved in the sport, man. I couldn't be happier to have him on board. All right, man. Well, look, I know you got to get back to your neck of South Carolina, and I really appreciate you coming out of your way today to sit down with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Again.